disturbing video of Florida State quarterback DeAndre Johnson punching a woman at a Florida bar. Welcome in. I'm Jade McCarthy. Now, this surveillance video is from 2 weeks ago. It was released by the state attorney's office in Florida this afternoon. And we do want to warn you that the video contains violent content. And as you watch here, you will see Johnson, bottom of your screen there, talking with a blonde woman standing up in front of him at the bar a little bit. There is physical contact between the two. You see she had her arm up there and continues to go back and forth with him, reaches out, and then he strikes her in the face. She suffered bruising near her left eye, swelling of the left cheek and upper lip, small cut near the bridge of her nose, that all according to court records. State Attorney Willie Meggs said he decided to charge the 19-year-old freshman with misdemeanor battery last week after he saw this footage. As for Johnson, he turned himself in last week. He was suspended by Florida State head coach Jimbo Fisher. For more on this, let's bring in ESPN.com's college football insider Mark Schlabach. He has spent much time covering Florida State over the past couple seasons. And let's give the football side of this. Johnson, not thought to be one of the main contenders to replace Jameis Winston for the Seminoles. Notre Dame, of course, the transfer, Everett Golson there, rising junior Sean McGuire also there. They're the leading candidates. But here's the question when you think about this story, Mark. Why is he still on the team at this point in time?
Well, I talked to a Florida State official a little while ago. He said that Johnson's status with the team remains unchanged. He's still indefinitely suspended. I think Florida State officials are going to let the legal process play itself out. As you mentioned, he's not expected to be a leading contender for the starting job. He was one of Florida State's top signees this past February. He was Mr. Football in the state of Florida after leading First Coast High School in Jacksonville to a state championship game appearance. There's other precedent. If you look at Oklahoma running back Joe Mixon a year ago, he was one of the Sooners' top signees. He was involved in a similar incident in Norman, Oklahoma, was charged with one misdemeanor count of an act resulting in gross injury for punching a female student who suffered several fractures to her face. He ultimately pled an offered plea and was performed 100 hours of community service and had to undergo anger management counseling. He was suspended for the entire 2014 season by Oklahoma, but was allowed to return to the team and is expected to play this coming season. The difference in that case and this Florida State case, however, is that the video of Mixon punching the woman was never released by police, and I just wonder how much public pressure there will be on FSU officials to dismiss Johnson from the team.
Yeah, we've certainly seen a public outcry from videos released previously. You need to think no more than the case of Ray Rice, who still is unemployed when it comes to the NFL. Let's talk a little bit more about Johnson here. What is next for him in terms of the criminal case against him, Mark?
Well, as you mentioned, he's out on $500 bond. I talked to Willie Meggs, the state attorney in Tallahassee, earlier today. He told me there's been no change in terms of the status hearing or a scheduled hearing at this point. We do know that Johnson has hired Jose Baez, who's a high-profile Miami defense attorney. He's had several high-profile cases, including Casey Anthony's murder trial, in which he was able to obtain a controversial acquittal. So certainly a very high-profile attorney for what is still only a misdemeanor case.
All right. So, again, newly released surveillance video of DeAndre Johnson punching a woman at a Florida bar.